आ गया है।
जी धन्यवाद आपका रैनिक। All right, let's move on to some other stories coming our way, where a low-intensity blast near a railway track has triggered panic in the Shambhu area of Patiala late on Monday night. Now, the police say that a dismembered, unidentified body has also been recovered from the site near the Shambhu Ambala railway line, which is mainly used for freight train movement. Joining us on the broadcast is my colleague Ajay Jandyal, who will give us some more information regarding this. Ajay, what more could you tell us about this low-intensity blast that has taken place near a railway track in Patiala?
Yes, according to information, this low-intensity blast took place there in the Shambhu area of in Punjab, Patiala, and according to information, the person who was basically trying to place that explosive over there on the track, that exploded during the when he was basically planting over there, and immediately when he was there, the explosion took place, which resulted into casualty of that person. According to police, the man who have died, he was basically a man who was basically planting that explosive over there, his identification is still not shared with the by the security forces, but it is expected that during the investigation they will reveal that what exactly was the matter. But after this explosion took place, now the movement of the trains that have been hampered over there, and trains are delayed because of this that explosion took place in the Shambhu area of Patiala. Investigation is going on, and police is ensuring that they have to track this person's history.
I'll come back to you, Ajay. I'll come back to you. In fact, joining us on this broadcast is Mr. Ved Bhushan, who's a former ACP. Sir, thank you so much for taking out your time and for speaking to NewsX. We appreciate it. A very good morning to you. So when we are looking at this low-intensity blast in Patiala, what are the first observations that you make of this situation?
However, it's a low-intensity blast, but it's a big tragedy or big accident can took place. It's not taken the task of the one person who died in this incident is to be investigated by the police. The background of this person who was planting or trying to plant some bomb or small bomb on the railway track. The big incident took place if it not burst out. Let us see what the investigation says, what the contents of the blast, what the material he was using, why he was trying to blast the railway tracks, because all the time the Patiala and the other places in Punjab, high-speed trains are running here and there, and lot of casualties were possible. And what is the message of the person who died in this blast? Let us investigate and wait for the Punjab police says what after investigation, or the NIA will investigate this case, because big incident or accident could took place if it was not taken the task when the one person died himself by planting this blast. Let us wait for the investigation and outcome of the investigation. Over to you.
Right, sir. If I can request you to please stay on with us. Authorities have now cordoned off the area and launched an investigation to determine the cause of the blast and the identity of the victim. Forensic teams are examining the spot, and officials are saying that all angles are currently being probed. Let me go across to Ajay for more information on this. Ajay, we are now getting reports that the authorities have cordoned the area. They are obviously trying to investigate this entire incident. Forensic teams are also on the spot.
Yes, it's a matter of investigation that who was the person and what is the background, his background, who have given him explosive, as well as the instruction was given to him to plant this bomb on the railway track, and what was the motive? Because as our former ACP says that there are a number of trains basically running from this track. So what was their target? That is a matter of investigation. So alert has been sounded, and also cordon and searches are going on to trace out if any other explosive is there on the track, because if he have died during when he was trying to plant that explosive over there. There are possibilities that some other idea or something he had already planted somewhere nearby. So that's why investigation and the searches are going on to unearth this whole network of the person who basically fishy person, those who are basically working on behest of creating trouble for the security forces in Punjab and disturbing peace over there.
Absolutely, Ajay. In fact, please do stay on with us. Mr. Bhushan, if I can come to you as well. Like you mentioned, it is of significance, this entire incident, because of the way that this blast was being carried out. It was near a railway track. This is a highly used track used for freight trains, and obviously significant damage would have been caused if this would have been undertaken, sir. All right, I believe we've lost the connection over there with the former ACP, but we have some more information coming in from the ground where the police are saying that the person who was carrying out the detonation attempt died while doing it, and an investigation has currently begun. So if I can go across to my colleague Ajay for more on this. Ajay, like you were pointing out, the investigators, as per preliminary reports, are saying that the person who was planting the bomb may have died when he was trying to plant it, and that's when the detonation took place. However, investigation is still underway in this case.
Yes, you rightly said, because the investigation will tell the whole story, that what exactly was the motive and who are the people, those who are behind it, and other investigation will take place. But yes, according to information, initial report says that the person who was trying to plant that explosive over there, bomb over there on the track, he have died after it triggered, before he basically, ran away from that location. So that seems to be the reason that he basically comes under that explosion, and he died immediately after this explosion. His body is taken to the hospital where investigation will take place, and definitely they will try to get the details of this person, because if you see that for last several months what is happening in the Punjab, that some notorious activities, terror activities have been witnessed over there in the Punjab as well. So it clearly shows that Pakistan, which basically was continuously disturbing peace in the Jammu and Kashmir, they are making mind, or they are planning to disturb peace in other part of the country as well. But we have seen in the recent past that one terror module was unearthed there in the Delhi, in the UP, when doctors' white collar module was busted, and now this time after this explosion has taken place, there are indications that some terrorists are their sleeper cells, they must be active over there in the Punjab as well.
Absolutely, some very valid points raised by you over there, Ajay. We have some more information flowing in where rail services to Jammu have been affected following the blast incident near Patiala. Railway authorities have said that several trains are running late as a precautionary measure while security checks continue along the route. Officials have also increased vigilance on key railway tracks, and services are being regulated to ensure passenger safety. So Ajay, obviously a lot of train traffic disrupted, but the authorities are saying that this is to make sure that there are no other bombs that are placed on the route. They want to check the security of the entire area, and hence train services are facing a delay.
Trains which basically running to Jammu or from Jammu to other part of the country, that is most of the trains are delayed, and that is only because of the reason that authorities have taken this decision to ensure the safety of the passenger and check that full track over there. And this is required as well, because if somebody was trying to plant a ID over there on the track, means that he wanted to give damage to the civilians' life and train movement. So that's why after this thing have been came in the notice of the authorities that trains have been suspended for some time, so that track can be fully checked, and then investigate. Then once again they will restore the rail traffic over there. But yes, it's a matter of investigation to unearth this whole network, because it's not a matter of this incident only. Because if you see that there are number of rail network spread across the country, and if somebody is trying to vitiate peace by targeting these trains, that means that this is a huge network who is working and who is planning to carry out these attacks in the Jammu and Kashmir.
Please to stay on with us. Ajay, we have some more information flowing in where the Patiala police have received information about a low-intensity explosion last night at a railway track at Shambhu, Haryana border. Patiala's SSP, DIG and other senior officials reached the spot and assessed the situation. The police has now come to know that this was not a low-intensity explosion but an attempted detonation. The person who was trying to carry out the attempted detonation died during it. His body has been recovered. No other casualty or damage to property has occurred, and the police is gathering all the scientific evidence from this spot, including a SIM card, and kick-starting a technical investigation. Let's listen into the police's statement.
कल देर रात पटियाला पुलिस कोले एक लो इंटेंसिटी एक्सप्लोजन दी इन्फॉर्मेशन शंभू हरियाणा बॉर्डर ਦੇ ਇੱਕ ਰੇਲਵੇ ਟਰੈਕ ਦੇ ਉੱਪਰ ਆਈ ਸੀ। ਇਮੀਡੀਏਟਲੀ ਮੈਂ DIG ਪਟਿਆਲਾ ਰੇਂਜ ਅਤੇ ਹੋਰ ਸੀਨੀਅਰ ਅਫਸਰ ਮੌਕੇ ਤੇ ਰਸ਼ ਕੀਤੇ। ਉੱਥੇ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਮੌਕੇ ਦਾ ਜਾਇਜ਼ਾ ਲਿਆ ਤੇ ਦੇਖਣ 'ਚ ਆਇਆ ਕਿ ਇਹ ਇੱਕ ਲੋ ਇੰਟੈਂਸਿਟੀ ਐਕਸਪਲੋਜਨ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੀਗਾ, ਪਰੰਤੂ ਇੱਕ ਅਟੈਂਪਟਡ ਡੈਟੋਨੇਸ਼ਨ ਸੀਗਾ। ਐਂਡ ਉਸ ਅਟੈਂਪਟਡ ਡੈਟੋਨੇਸ਼ਨ ਦੇ ਦੌਰਾਨ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਸ਼ਖਸ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਡੈਟੋਨੇਟ ਕਰਨ ਦੀ ਕੋਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਕਰ ਰਿਹਾ ਸੀ ਉਹਦੀ ਡੈਥ ਹੋ ਗਈ। ਉਹਦੀ ਡੈੱਡ ਬੋਡੀ ਵੀ ਉੱਥੇ ਮਿਲੀ ਹੈ। ਇੱਥੇ ਮੈਂ ਦੱਸਣਾ ਚਾਹਾਂਗਾ ਕਿ ਕਿਸੇ ਵੀ ਪ੍ਰਕਾਰ ਦਾ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਜਾਨੀ ਜਾਂ ਮਾਲੀ ਨੁਕਸਾਨ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਉਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋਇਆ। ਐਂਡ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਮੌਕੇ ਤੋਂ ਜੋ ਵੀ ਸਾਇੰਟੀਫਿਕ ਐਵੀਡੈਂਸ ਮਿਲਿਆ ਇੰਕਲੂਡਿੰਗ ਆ ਸਿਮ ਕਾਰਡ ਉਹ ਅਸੀਂ ਬਰਾਮਦ ਕਰਕੇ ਆਪਣੀ ਟੈਕਨੀਕਲ ਇਨਵੈਸਟੀਗੇਸ਼ਨ ਨੂੰ ਕਿਕ ਸਟਾਰਟ ਕਰਤਾ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਉਮੀਦ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਬਹੁਤ ਛੇਤੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਇਸ ਪੂਰੀ ਕਨਸਪੀਰੇਸੀ ਨੂੰ ਅਨਰੈਵਲ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ। ਤੇ ਇੱਥੇ ਮੈਂ ਦੱਸਣਾ ਚਾਹਾਂਗਾ ਕਿ GRP, RPF ਅਤੇ ਹੋਰ ਏਜੰਸੀਜ਼ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਔਨ ਬੋਰਡ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਪ੍ਰੋਪਰ ਇਹਦੀ ਇਨਵੈਸਟੀਗੇਸ਼ਨ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਆ ਉਹ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ। ਸੋ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਛੇਤੀ ਹੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਇਨਵੈਸਟੀਗੇਸ਼ਨ
All right, let's move on to some other